What's going on, everybody? This is KQKC BOXING NETWORK. And yes, I am live every day except Tuesdays. But I figured I'd take a day off today to take care of some family business. So I'm off today, which is Monday, and I will be off Tuesday. But I will return Wednesday. And also, this is going to be a two-part video. Now, first of all, I am KQKC BOXING NETWORK. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now while you have a chance. Never miss a fight call again. It doesn't matter if it's free or pay-per-view. If you want me to call that fight, I will call that fight. Matter of fact, I'll call that fight anyway. So, now, let's get into, well, first of all, I'm on every day at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, except for Tuesdays. Now, also, on Sunday mornings, me, the OG, and the young G. I call him the debate guru, the best to ever do it on YouTube. And I'm talking about Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Now, also, I need your help. I need you to hype this video up. Hype this video up is a new setting that YouTube has to pretty much to get this video, my channel, my network, out in the public eye. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde. Now, I'm also going to talk about Riyadh season. How I'm about to connect the dots of Kid Austin and Brian Norman Jr. and Sr. Now, first of all, number one, David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde. Why no one's talking about this fight? Why everybody's focusing on the co-main event? I get it. Yes, because you got two fighters that has two fathers. I'm sorry, let me correct that. Two grandfathers that talk a lot of shit. Okay? That talk a lot of shit. They both are not A1, number one trainers. Yeah, I said it. Bill Haney always had Cap his whole life. Bill Haney, in my opinion, is not or ain't shit. Okay? Other words, he's full of shit. Okay? Now, anybody got a problem with that? I just gave you the time I go live. Every day except Tuesdays. I will be back on Wednesday. Not today, though. But I'll be back on Wednesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Because Bill Haney now effed up his son's whole career. Made like he is a puncher, not a puncher. Like he got a chin, he doesn't have a chin. And act like he Debo and not nowhere near a Debo, whatever the hell that is. But he's not doing his son no disservice. Now, Brian Norman Jr. And Sr. But first, before I get to that, I got to talk about my man David Benavidez. That's my favorite fighter right now. David Benavidez is a throwback fighter. He is. He's a throwback fighter that don't say no to no one. Has been waiting in the wings as a mandatory with Canelo Alvarez. And what? How many years? 5 or 6 years. Now, was Canelo scared or he just wanted to get paid? No, he was scared. Now, he wasn't scared like a Bivol loss. He was scared of a ass-whooping loss. And sometimes that can make you price yourself out like he tried to do. He wanted $200 million. Now, really, do that make sense? That means you just don't want to fight. But what if someone would have came up with the 200? What would he would have done then? Oh, he would have went up to 300. That's what he would have done. So let's just call it what it is. Let's stop all the bullshitting. Let's stop all the clickbaiting. And you know who I'm talking about. All right? And just tell the damn truth sometimes. This was wrong with the sport of boxing today. Everybody want to play capping. Everybody want to say this and that. But nobody's fighting. Nobody's saying let's fight. Look how we got fooled the other week. Ortiz and Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis put fear in that boy butt. He put fear in that young man's heart. He put fear in that young man and Oscar De La Hoya. So therefore, they were looking for a little insurance. All right, they were looking for a little get out of jail card free. Other words, they want 10 million. They want to be the A side. How you gonna be the A side and you telling somebody what you want? The A side tell you what you gonna get. Now, David Benavidez has been that guy that rose from the bottom all the way up to the top. Nobody didn't email no belt to him. Nobody didn't send a belt by Amazon Prime to him like they did Devin Haney. He didn't sit there and take no light fight. He didn't wait bully nobody like Devin Haney did, George Kambosos, like he did Lomachenko. And matter of fact, all the fighters he fought, except till he met a guy named Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, no matter what you say, Devin got his ass whooped. I don't care. He had this much ushering in him. That much. The size of a pill in a damn swimming pool. That's how much he had. Devin got his ass whooped. So let's face it, y'all. Devin's due for a win. Now I'm about to lead into Brian Norman Jr. and Sr. Now, Devin cannot work with nobody right now. He don't want to work with PBC because he wants to save face. Because PBC is one of the leading companies today with nothing but champions, has a platform, and of course, they pay their fighters good money. Look how Charles is still living good and been out the ring for 3 years. Now, Devin Haney is due for a win. No, not just a win, not a giveaway. Not a giveaway like, I put your old bag, you start dancing in a bowling alley. I'm like Oscar De La Hoya. Who does that? Who does that? And then, of course, acting and talking like Floyd is not going to win you fights, Devin. Now, don't worry, listen up. Stay here for this whole video now. Because I'm going to tell it like it goddamn T.I. is. Now, no one didn't tell Devin to sit there and hang out with Victor Conte. May he rest in peace. But he did. And what happened? He started bulking up. He started rehydrating up to 25 pounds less than 8 hours. Who does that? Now, Devin, yes, he talked a good game. He said, what you going to do with this and that? When he got in there with Ramirez, what did he do? He ran like a goddamn Carl Lewis. That's how he ran. He ran around that ring, like ring around the rosy, a pocket full of goddamn posy. That's what he did. Now I'm here to tell you. Now. Now he's getting ready to fight Brian Norman Jr. on Saturday night. Yes, I will call that fight. I will call that fight play by play, a blow by a goddamn blow. Now, but he's due for a win. Matter of fact, he must win. Now, I don't know, and I'm talking hypotheticals here. He went over to Saudi, not to get acclimated to the weather. He's been over there many times kissing Turkey ass, him and his dad, cause no one there left to fuck with Devin. Because Eddie, he don't want to mess with him no more. Eddie knows what he is. Eddie knows that, especially when he called him 3 a.m. for them damn tickets. Eddie's still pissed off at that. Bob Aaron, Top Rank don't want to mess with him no more because they can't make the threshold of, again, 1,000 pay-per-view buys or packing in 1,000 seats or something like that. All right? I don't have the details in front of me, but that's why Bill said we never will work with Top Rank. Okay, scratch that. Who you got? PBC. Who you got? ProBot. Nobody want to touch Devin Haney. Now, Turkey getting him another chance. And now, this is where Brian Norman Jr. come in at. Somebody came to their room. Somebody knocked on that door. Somebody gave them something to eat. Brian Norman Sr., and I quote and unquote, in his interview, he said, and you know what? Shout out to my man, Boxing Ego. If you want to go and hear the tape, go over there and check out his tape on that conversation. Brian Norman Sr. said that he's not trusting no one over there because things look suspicious. Things look not right. Things look out of place. Now, we laughed. We laughed when Kid Austin was saying he was sick. his memory. They can't talk about it. Now, you might want to take a step back. You might want to go down memory motherfucking lane and see what's happening. And this is allegedly. Let me say this. This is allegedly. All right? Boxing's a dirty business, baby. Especially when you take it over to a dictator country like Saudi Arabia. All right? Now, don't y'all act like Saudi Arabia is not a dictator country. They ain't got no elections over there. Come on now. But all you minions, except for PBC fighters, some of them, they go. You know what? The high guys like Tank Davis, Canelo, of course, he went, and of course, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford go anywhere that he smell money. But some people got principles. Some people got principles. So they don't go over there. Tank Davis make just as much money he will over here than he made over there. He would make over there. So, now, then hold on. I'm not through yet, y'all. Now, Brian Norman Sr. said they gave him something to eat. He said something was wrong about it. It did not look right. So he said, we ain't touching it. We're not touching it. Now, follow me now. Devin Haney's due for a win. Now, their game plan, allegedly, is to hold, run, smother, clinch, all that to pretty much shut down his offense, Brian Norman Jr. offense. Okay, now, let's say that do work. Let's say it goes through the card. Let's say it's a split decision. And guess what? They might rob Brian Norman Jr. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. So, is Brian Norman Sr. doing the right thing? Damn right he was. Now, me and him had a little back and forth earlier this year in an interview, all right, which he thought I was trying to catch him, whatever, but it was all because of who I know. Now, and I'm not going to get into that, but I'm still with him on this, all right? I'm a man. I got my own mind, and I tell you what right and what's wrong, in my opinion. And right now, I think Brian Norman Sr. is right. Don't touch none of that shit. I wish he could have brought his own food over there. Because every time someone go to Saudi Arabia, something fishy happens. Now, I'm not saying Kid Austin's lying or telling the truth. All I'm saying is something funny always happens. Ain't that right, Carlos Adames? Right? Yes, sir. He should have won that fight. What? But still in all, they had him at the airport. All of a sudden, he couldn't get over. Right? No, I'm talking about Saudi Arabia airport, not the United States. Right? They had him stuck there till it's time for him to fight. Then all of a sudden, oh, you can go. Get the fuck out my face. Stop playing with me. Y'all know what it is. Y'all got to start speaking up. You got a guy that come in here that call himself Turki, which his name is Tutu over in Saudi Arabia, who has a whole prison line for people that goes against him. You better do your damn research, y'all. Y'all just sitting there just going on panels and talking shit. That's all. Y'all panel hoppers. Y'all panel thoughts. That's what you are. Y'all better start doing y'all research on this guy. Because this guy is trying to take over boxing and put it over there. And we sitting there watching boxing on a Saturday fucking afternoon. No. 2 weeks in a row? Wait a minute. I thought pay-per-view was dead. It was till they started going broke. And guess who came to rise to the occasion? Who? That oil money. Turkey did. He bailed his own out. And also on top of that, he bought 40% of Matchroom Boxing promotions, right? What Eddie Hearn Sr. worked hard for. Thanks, Eddie. Way to go, Eddie. And matter of fact, while we on Eddie Hearn's snake ass, way to go to pay two nobodies over in the UK. That's Chris Eubank Jr. and and Conor Benn. They both got over 10.1 million plus. And of course, Eubank Jr., he got 12 million. And he was dehydrated. He is not, no offense, he's not that great of a fighter. Eddie, you look out for them, but look at Boots. Look at Boots. He ain't made that type of money yet. He should have been making that type of money. Don't let me go out. Stop playing with me, y'all. So, in closing, you better be careful, brothers, going over there and fighting in Saudi Arabia. Because watch, the end game is coming. The end game is coming. I'm KQ. KC. Boxing Network. If you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe right now. Because you know, KQ always tell you the truth. This is an independent channel. My subscribers run this channel. My channel members run this channel. Not Bill Haney, Aki, Champside, Blue Blood, BL. I never seen so many kiss asses in my life. And yes, I never seen so much sissified people in my life. Only thing they good at, or try to be good at, is talk about another man and want another man invited to their sexual parts, right? Wow, man, woo, man, ain't that something? You talking about in the closet. You talking about skeletons in the closet. God damn, man. But I hope y'all enjoy the fights coming this Saturday. This is Fight Week. Stay tuned for all my live streams starting Wednesday all the way up to fight night. And I will call that fight afternoon. I'm sorry. See, we got one of the best cards, I think, this year. But we got it on Saudi Arabia. We got it on dictator soil. And now, I don't care what you say, money ain't everything. You're going to give up possibly your freedom because anytime they want to, they can keep y'all asses over there and bury your ass underground and we'll never see the light of day again. So, I'm telling you right now, thank you, Brian Sr. Keeping on an even playing field. But it might not be because Devin bulking up, looking like a linebacker, and we know what he's going to do. He's going to hold. He's not going to stand in the pocket because he doesn't have the strength. So, please, stop buying into Bill Haney bullshit. Because every time he opens his mouth, I have to throw up because he make me fucking sick. I'm KQ, KC Boxing Network. I am live. I am direct from Chirac.